It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's coming up next.
On a picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But, Charles, a lot of people see these Bengals as legitimate contenders to get to the Super Bowl. And remember, they got there just 2 years ago. What do they need to do to get back?
Well, we know how well positioned they are on offense, partner, because they have one of the best quarterbacks in the game and a lot of firepower to go with him. But how about what they did in the draft this year? A lot of capital expended on the defensive side of the ball, trying to slow down some of the other top contenders.
And meanwhile, for the Colts, it's been a pretty hard fall the last couple of years. From 11 wins in 2020 to just 4 a season ago. How do they get back on the right path?
I think they've started back on the right path with the change in the coaching staff, but a lot of it, players already on the roster playing back to the levels we've seen before.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts offense set to go to work, and they're led by a guy who's bounced around a bit the last few years, hoping to find a home with Indianapolis, Gardner Minshew.
Even though the Colts went quarterback to start the NFL draft, they wanted a veteran under center this season. They tabbed Minshew as that guy. The mustache and the mullet are in the Circle City, and he is their starter.
Minshew looking to throw it right off the bat. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they're brought out by the former Washington Husky, undrafted back in 2019, Jake Browning.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Browning. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Browning. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abukum coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for the Colts, Isaiah McKenzie. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Minshew, that one finds Pierce right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Minshew. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. He'll drop this down to Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Dances by him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And Browning's throw taken in here by Chase. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And Browning's throw caught by Higgins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And Browning's throw here into the hands of Boyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's go, baby.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Browning. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And Browning's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Browning. That is caught. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Browning. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Minshew. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for Indy. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the option, here's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Browning. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On 1st and 10, Browning. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Browning. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Downs. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw again. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go, baby. It's on the go. Me and you, baby. You ready to run?
Now 2nd and 3. Now Minshew. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Browning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. To return is McKenzie. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Minshew and the Colts going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Minshew, 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Browning. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Browning. Got a man open. It's Chase. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Browning. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Mixing up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw on 3rd down, Browning. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Browning. He completes it to Boyd. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Browning. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Colts getting ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 74 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Yep. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Browning looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Browning. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A beautiful fake. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun, Browning. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Minshew and the Colts now down by 11, a little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Throwing on first down is Minshew. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Minshew. A short throw. This is caught by Cox, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It'll be Minshew again. Finding Pittman. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Minshew. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Minshew. And that will be incomplete as well.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now, let's go. It's showtime, baby. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Do your thing.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now.
And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Well, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still a 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. overtime. I think we just witnessed the ultimate head-scratching moment. All they needed was the extra point to win the game, and they don't get the two-point try. Why did they go for the two-point conversion?
It is a head-scratcher, but I go back to when we sat down with them in our meeting, and they just kept coming back to special teams has just been not very good in practice this week. I wonder if that ghost loomed over them and decided not to kick it there and go for two, but still, I think your odds are a whole lot better just snapping and putting it down and kicking it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. You got to kick the extra point. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And Browning's throw caught by Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Browning. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 2. To throw, Browning. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, what a move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 115 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
Now Browning. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
McPherson on for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give them a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, Minshew looking to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie the ball game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's a give to Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Browning. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Browning. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Browning. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, it's not very often, Charles, that you and I get to see a 4th drive in overtime, but buckle up because here we go, partner.
Well, my first thought is that apparently no one wants to win this thing, and now I'm correcting myself. I know they both want to win it, but they've gone at it so hard. Who can focus long enough to make the proper play to win this game?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second down and 4. Now Minshew. And he's got Pierce. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third down and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This to win it in overtime. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the right hash, this from 48. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that,